I don't have a camera. Hang on, give me a minute. We're having a good time here today. Green. Pull that out. Start again. There we go. So let there be light. There we go. You can see me now. Hello everyone. I apologise for that. Little bit of gremlins in the works. I stupidly did a stupid thing like update OBS, and that's never a good thing to do. Here's the thing. Don't upgrade things that need to work. I updated OBS and OBS kind of crapped itself. Evening everyone, how we all doing? Evening Jazz, evening darling, Lodo Wednesday, how you doing? Evening Manny. If it ain't broke, I know, Cavoodle Fish, I know. To be fair, my OBS did have issues on the last build, so it has fixed one of the issues that I was having, which I'm happy about, but I really need to stop streaming off a Mac. I really need to get a decent PC sorted and just stream off a PC instead. G Sheffield Wednesday, hope you're doing well, mate. I know you're going through a lot at the minute, mate. And here you need to chat. There are a few things in this world, Jake. Happiness, sadness, anger, and hatred. That's true. It's how we deal with them, mate. There's lots of different emotions how we deal with. Evening, John. Evening, Ben, the Best Legend 1. Have I missed anyone? Life of the Owls, evening, Sheffield Wednesday 101. How are we all doing? I was going to do this after the game versus Millwall. And I went, sod it. I ain't touching that with 10 football pole when I could have done. And I think sometimes it's better to have a game where you take some time to reflect and not go straight in on the kind of thing. Because the reviews, I do the kind of straight reaction afterwards. And I think sometimes it's better to have a day or two just to reflect on what happened, get your thoughts in order, and go from there. But before we start, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Puncture41. Please subscribe. If you want to like the video, that really helped. The 22 people watching, 10 likes. I have gone earlier today because I want to try and do some things in the evening. And I have a bit of an evening tonight, which is going to be fun. It'd be nice. And at the minute, it's like I'm making the most of what live streams I can do at the moment, because at some point soon I'll have a crying wee one. So that'll be fun. But let's do what we do as we always start. Mental health check-in. How are we all doing? What's everyone's mental health at? How are we feeling? Is everyone okay? First thing first. That's what I kind of want to know first from you all. How you're doing? How poor is Johnson? No wonder he got... Karen, I've got a thing. We need players. I thought he did okay against Millwall. I thought he did fine, but he's had no game time. He's had 0 game time. His one game he's had was a couple of minutes off the bench, so he's going to be poor. He's going to be poor when he's not had a full thing. Mental A, actual health free. I have man flu. Oh, Jesus Christ. Not good, mate. So you're either in bed or pushing through it. I went to game Saturday. 2 things that killed us that game was Masaba's chance, especially, and that Dawson. True. Yep. After Saturday, I'm not all right. Yeah. Doing okay. Just watched Asman Gold's house tour, which was funny and sad. Yeah, I watch a lot of Admin Gold stuff, and I'm always intrigued by him because some of his stuff is interesting and some of his stuff I cringe at. I'm okay, Jake. How are you? I'm not too bad. I'm getting there. I have nothing but positive things to say at all. I'd rather just being negative or sit this one out. I'm going to sit this one out maybe the rest of the season too. All right, DJ, that's not a problem, mate. I've got no problem with that if you that's how you feel. Mental health, great, but because I believe in the club, I feel like it'll turn better when, I don't know, but they believe, I believe. True. Baby kick just gone a bit, so must be good. Okay. 3 after Saturday. I don't know why I left. It's me so bad. Oh, it's thingy. DEBRIEF is probably a bit unnecessary after that Millwall did us on Saturday. It is, but I think I'm a glutton for punishment. Let's put it that way. I like doing Wednesday content and I like getting the community thoughts. Hey, Punk, how are you? I'm not too bad. How are you, Robert? I'm not too bad at all. So, that Millwall game, I actually thought for a tiny part of it, we looked okay. But the problem you got with this Wednesday team, it misses so many chances that we should create and bury. And that's the thing we got. We make a lot of chances, but we don't have no clinical finisher. And when you don't have a clinical finisher, it's going to cost you points. Because at the minute, we're not scoring enough, and we defend like a team that doesn't know each other. Now, the problem you got as well, I think if Anthony doesn't smash that chance, which he had, he could have quite easily placed it. You probably go in 1-0 thinking, okay, we deserve to have this though. I noticed when I started following the 1867 group on Twitter, brave man, but it's not the first time I've seen Dawson do tripping it. I could remember. This is the thing. Out of all the keepers we've had, Dawson's the one that keeps seeming to remain. And the thing with Dawson is, I think he's okay at League One level. I think Championship was a little bit too high for me, personally. But we need to find another keeper, because I don't think Vasquez is the answer either. We need to find a permanent keeper, which is interesting. Smith seems to still know where the net is, but Fletcher, Pato, Windass seem to have no clue, literally. Yeah, once Smith gets going and stuff, I think it's great. I think the problem you got with Fletcher, I just don't see anything in him at all. Pato plays here, there, and everywhere. Plays a really weird right wing back the other day, and Windass just has seemed to have forgotten how to score in general. Which ain't good. He got the outlet, but I just don't think it's there. And we need to do better in the finishing department, because the moment they go and get that corner, the defending for the corner was dreadful. You don't leave a man open. You just don't. And I think the thing is, you look at it, Edwards free at end of the season, is available now, but he's on stupid wages. Stupid wages is something we do. I can see someone we're actually going for, to be fair. I think we should get Bailey Peacock foul back. It would be good. I still think that we can do it. You've not managed to squeeze the Scottish spirit out of me yet. This baby might have just beat me, but I still think we might manage it just. Jack Hunt had the right idea and stayed in League One. Dawson needs to follow suit. Yeah, but if you do that, we're then left with no keepers. Because I don't think it's the time to throw in young Pierce Charles into the mix yet. Might sound harsh on Dawson, but I don't feel like he's good enough for Championship, sadly. Yeah, I don't think he is. I don't think he'll ever be, to be honest with you. I think he's 28, 29. Yeah, he's getting to that point. I think it's like 30, 31 where keepers go peak. I think he's a good League One keeper, maybe League Two. But it was a position we desperately needed to improve on in the summer. And a lot of what's going on with this squad at the minute was lack of poor recruitment. Our recruitment in the summer was bad. But the problem is, for me, there is a mistake in Dawson a little bit. His kicking is a little bit reactionary at times. I think for the third goal, I think the defending needs to be better before it comes in. But he needs to, if he's going to make that like spill save, he needs to jump on it and smother it straight away, for me personally. Yeah, on the corner they had a huddle of 4. We had a free marking them. The fair guy had a free header kind of on Danny Fulton. It's how they do it. To be fair, I'm still not convinced with Bambo Diaby. But at the same time, these little mistakes need to happen. These little mistakes need to get fixed, And I think the 2-week break should be the ideal time to do it. And I think it's going to be that kind of thing. Peacock Fowl played a blinder at Pumpy a couple of years, but he did. On an unrelated note, I'm going to invest in some black magic and maybe some Man City relevant voodoo. I don't think Dawson did anything wrong. None of the goals were his fault. Fair enough. None of the goals were anything to do with Bambo, were they? I thought the first one looks like Bambo was meant to be trying to mark that man, but I could be wrong. Let's have a look. Should we invade the pitch against Leicester and get the game? No. If you invade the pitch and get a game abandoned, we'll get a point deduction if it keeps happening. I understand people are pissed off with the ownership, Karen, but At the same time, there's nothing we can do about the ownership. Like, at the end of the day, there. If you do more things, it's going to be another fine on top of another fine on top of another fine. And then when the fines don't work, the EFL then start looking at points. I think the problem is, I understand people's frustration, but I don't think it does anything. I actually don't think it does anything by doing that kind of protesting. Vakwa think could get selected for Birmingham, just a rumour. He said he'll look at his goalkeepers. He said he'll look at his goalkeepers during this break and see what happens. So it'll be interesting. Let's have a look. No Candice will have to pay no fine. Squad is too old and simply not good enough for this level. I do think that's the case. I think it is a case of we've not, for the life of me, we've never really managed to turn the squad round. Age-wise and players. We've never been able to do that good turnaround and getting things going in that sense. And I think that's something we have to improve on now and improve it massively. That's the thing. We have to improve it massively. He had tried to bring the age of the squad down since he come in, Danny. It's very notable that the age of the squad had come down. But for his style of football, I don't think some of the players are at it for his style of football. But we'll see what happens. First, Bambo was zonal marking back post, so not him. Plus, he was blocked off by Orfa and one of the other guys wrestling. Fair enough. Camino first. Something needs to get sorted. And also, I hate zonal marking. I hate it, but it looks like we're sticking with it. We don't need the invade the pitch. We're perfectly capable of imposing our own point deduction. Yeah. If we do that against Leicester, we will lose what little points we do have. Good one, Jazz. It is only time we go on the pitch is that one mild bar advert. Yep, true. Most of our first team players are late 20s, early 30s. They are. The whole mess in the summer of transferring more meant you wasted most of summer and recruited was simply not good enough. It looks like. I think it was a case of it wasn't good enough. I think we spent so long getting the recruitment of the manager sorted. Everything when it came to recruiting players was done last minute. Everything was done last minute. We didn't. The problem I've got at the minute, John, right now, is we still don't have a head of recruitment. And we're about to go into an international break in nearly December. And if you don't have a head of recruitment in by the 1st of December, and you're going into a transfer window, I worry with that. I really, really worry with that. I do. I really worry that if that's not sorted yet, there's issues there, and you need to have people happening. And that's the thing. We bought very poorly. Gasserman and Masaba and probably Deshaun Bernard were the three that stood out as being really good players we picked up. Like the ones I'd say cracking players. And I think that's the kind of thing we've got to look at. I think the meh was done in the summer. And I think Darren Moore, if he got given a bit of, got to build that squad again, you probably see it. And you look at how many players we let go and look at players who got kept on. I didn't think keeping Gregory was the answer, but hey. Okay, what about what about when we are relegated? Yeah. Karen, your problem is we can't do anything about the ownership. Is here. If we do anything about the ownership, and even if we're relegated, the EFL can just shove on point deductions next season. And then that puts us maybe relegated into League Two. The problem with the ownership, we cannot do a damn thing about. At all. Seriously, the ownership is the one thing that we're stuck with. He doesn't want to sell. And you can't force someone to sell if you don't want it. The only way you can force him to sell is by not going to games. All the damage got done in the summer, Karen. It was all done in the damage was done in the summer. This isn't on Danny Rull. This is on Chansiri, and that's the person they'll have to stick with. The problem is people have to realise that this isn't on the manager who's in now. The squad needed a complete rebuild, and we didn't get one. And we needed it from top to bottom. I hope Sheffield went to get a load of upgraded in position. I'd be interested to see that. Yeah, the corner setup was weird. Half man marking, half zone. I'm not sure why. Who was a bad signing from the summer? I can only think of Fletcher. I think Fletcher's the bad one, but You look at Delgado doesn't look that smart now with the injury. You look at Hendricks and Butley were last-minute loans just to try and pad it out. And so far, it's not really worked to our advantage. Vazquez looks okay at times. They just not worked. That's the problem. I think we all blame Maggie Thatcher for she ruined the country. But I'm not going to get political. Karen, we might get a point deduction in League One. Yep. Spot on. Add the Beatle compilation help will probably appear at Alphas. Yeah. You're out with Boohoo. Okay. Hi, first question. If it looks like you're going down in January, would you rather save what money you have and then concentrate on the summer window? Yes and no. I would like to save it in the summer, but I don't trust that Chansiri going to let him spend it in the right way. That's my issue. I'll be honest with you, John. I've got zero trust for Chansiri anymore with how everything runs. And I don't know how much Danny would want to not get some players in now. The only way I think he does it is if he gets players in and those players are one for the future ready kind of thing, which is interesting. The 38 people watching, 15 likes, get those likes up, people. I'd much appreciate it. I believe right now Bailey Cadamarchi is the right person to get the goals with Smith. I think that's a good shout, that, to be fair. It's okay having pace in the team, but they need better position. He did say there's open for offers, and then there's actually letting people talk to him about the offers. They're two separate things. Saying open to the offers just means you're willing to listen to someone say what it is. Even if there's a good deal there and it's a really good deal, doesn't mean you have to accept it. That's the thing. He doesn't have to accept that offer if he wants to. They'll go and play well out of position. So would have looked awful if it hadn't been playing left. That true. True. I understand that. I think. But the thing is, you look at Delgado, he was right for what we needed. But at the same time, just too old for me. How long is Della? No one knows, Robert. No one knows. All we've been told, it sounds like he's going to be out for a while. He doesn't know when. Jake, I'm not doing too badly, my friend. How are you, my friend? Ian and Jordy, how you doing? Claimed to be open to offer, but then declines offer that comes in. I think it's a bit hard to blame Chansey for signing. We brought in a dozen new faces. He's not out there. His advisors were the ones that helped bring these players in, Andy. He said in the past his advisors helped bring some of these players in. And the problem is, a lot of the recruitment should have been done earlier. I understand it. You're saying you can't blame. It's a bit hard to blame Chansey for the things. Okay, I understand that, and I get that. But at the same time, why did it take us so long to get a manager in? If he knew Darren Moore was going on the Thursday, and then he went to dinner on the Saturday, why did it take us so long to get the manager in? If we got the manager in, why did it take the whole of the pre-season for us to bring nobody in, and then they all came in right at the end? We needed players for that pre-season. We needed players for the pre-season, and we didn't get them. It was too little, too late. Now, I don't know if that's because we were scouting and we were trying to get offers ready for it, and we just didn't get them in time. Everything was done too slow. The moment he knew Darren was going, there wasn't a right, who do I go for right away? The problem I've always got with Chansiri, it's very slow to pick who comes in. He knew Darren was going on the Thursday. On the Thursday, he knew Darren was going. And then on the Monday, they announced it. You could have been looking then, and I don't think he was. But the thing is, he knew Darren Moore was leaving on that Thursday. On the Saturday, they went for a meal and he tried to convince him otherwise. But you still go looking. You still look even if you can't convince him. And I don't think we did. That's my issue. I don't think we went looking enough for it. Because he didn't expect Darren to go. agree we should have always had. That's the thing. We don't have he never had a list of managers. That's my issue. He got to have a list of managers, personally. But I know what you're saying. And what's happened to Wilkes? Wilkes, I think, will be sold. I think Wilkes will be sold in January. I don't know who's going to come buy him, though. I want him to give it to his son, and he'll be okay. He'll put money in good players. Dangerous thing when giving it to people's sons and relatives. It sometimes don't work, but it could. We'll see what happens on that. If he does that, then brilliant, and he can learn from his dad's mistakes. Maybe, I don't know. We need to move the ball quicker, movement up front, or wait for the golden oldie funds last season. Be more youth. To be honest, Punk, I blame Sicko more. It's his fault, not Chansiri. If you get like. I get you don't like him, Pump, but I don't. Oh, fuck's sake. This is why I don't want to do streams anymore. I really don't. Right. There's a lot of things Chansiri's done. I've always said, Chansiri, I respect the hell out of him for putting money in. But no club should have 4 embargoes in the reign he's been here. Right? Sicko did a lot wrong, but who employed him? Who didn't give him the tools he wanted to do? Kind of thing. We don't know what tools he was given to do. Now, here's the thing. It was between Sicko and Danny. He hired Sicko, right? And I get that. There's a lot of people who can be blamed on what's going on at the club. You can blame Sicko. You can blame Chansiri. The number one issue at the minute is that you can blame all these people, but the problem is the more it keeps going this way, who hired Sicko? Chansiri. Chansiri saw the promotion on his CV and hired him. It didn't work. And I don't know why it didn't work with Sicko. I like to know why it didn't work with Sicko, but I haven't got a clue. You know what? I'm done. I don't need this. I'm out. Bye. Let's have a look. See if we come back. Are we back? Are we back? Can we see out? I can't see out. Is it back? Right. Okay, my Mac just crashed. That ain't good. My Mac just crashed. No, it's not the question. Right, I understand it. Right? And I get it. It takes time. And I'll get back into the thing with it. Yeah, that's weird. It crashed. Right. The issue is, I understand it. It takes time, but I think we were buggered from day dot in January. Let's be honest. If we kept Darren Moore, I think we probably have a fighting chance of being in a better position. The problem is the club have been so ran via club statements this season that it's hard to get things going. Mate, Yeet B, you weren't having a go. Oh, it wasn't you, mate. I think the problem you've got is it does take time. I understand that, but the issue is we didn't have time. We didn't have that time, and the thing is, a lot of this is down to how the club is run, and I think the club need to get advice from an IT professional. Don't support fruit machines. I have a PC. Right, here's the thing, John. I have a i5 PC over here, and for some reason, it doesn't stream well. For a change, it wasn't me. Yeah. Good evening. I'm good, mate. I'm joking, chill. Yeah, I think the issue is, at the minute, is we were buggered from the start of this season. Let's be honest. When this season kicked off, I think we were going to struggle at the moment everything went off. I don't think the pre-season was decent. Punkiora takes this man on a holiday, please. He needs a break. End of the day, players not performing down to the manager, but they are running the club is down to the owner advisor. Yeah, I think this is the thing. I think there's a lot of things in the club that needs a change in structure or something needs to change behind the scenes, and I don't understand it. I don't get it at a minute. I don't get where the club is going, if I'm honest with you. That's my problem. I don't mean to have a go, mate, but I think if we get relegated, do you think we'll need another reboot in the summer? We needed a reboot when we came up and we just didn't get it. End of the day, players are not performing. Hi, mate. How are you? I hope your family well. I'm not too bad. My opinion on the club is any manager would struggle at the moment with what have been at the don't look to set up in the right manner. True. The problem with Sicko is Sicko interviewed well, but actually a fraud. I think I agree with that his Watford side were way too good for the Championship. I don't think, and he still didn't win the league then. True. If we had 1 million for club stadium, if we was the richest club in the world, yeah, we would. To be honest, Darren would not have been sacked straight away like Sacco. Who the hell Sacco? Was it had a bad run? It would have been delayed things further. True. I have a piece in it doesn't stop saying offensive things. Not very PC at all. Yeah, I think Darren walking stuffed everything. Sicko was cursed, but was really awful. Well, glad Danny got the rest of the season. The next one, true. It's an industry where there's no time. Chansiri lacks planning or forward thinking. Just a typical guy who hasn't had a clue to run the thing. I do love how Kieran Maguire sent him a book going how to run a football club. I love it. Biggest mistake I think we can make is sacking Roll. I agree. Yeah, we didn't have a reboot. We bought many players in who don't have championship experience. True. Bang on what John said. Roll would destroy League One with his tactic and young team. Can only see. Danny must be given a chance to rebuild. He got to get given a chance to rebuild. 32 people watching, 22 likes. Please go likes up. I apologise for the break of the computer. It clear you do not like Chansiri family. I've only ever abused him. I've only given him one bit of abuse, and that's when we were embargoed again. So before you start peace and love, I've always backed Chansiri up until we got the embargoes. I've never thrown any personal abuse at him. What I've always said is anyone that throws personal abuse at his family is in the wrong. What I've always said is I don't think he runs the football club very well. I've never, ever come out and said anything about Chansiri's family. Not once. I said I don't think the way he runs the football club is well, but I never come out and said Chansiri's anything about Chansiri's family. I respect him for the money he put into the club, and I respect him for trying his best, but some of the decisions he's made in the past have cost us points. He's never said he don't like him. No. Do you think Roll will stay if we go down to League One? I think he will, because it doesn't look good on a. I don't think it looks very good on a CV as a first manager if you leave when you get relegated, when you're in that position. I think it's a hard position to be put into. I'll be honest with you. I think it's a very hard position you put yourself into. And that's the thing. I think anyone who came and took this job, I'll be honest, I think you need your head testing. I'll be honest, you need your head testing. Let's have a look. I have no idea when this is going to end, mate. I know. Never heard Jake say anything about his family, so keep it honest, please. Yep. I'm going to say this, Jake. If we stay up this season, got promoted next season, we hope Man City first game from beat them, would he do an interview like Mike Ashley? I don't know. I'm not 100% sure if he would, kind of thing. To be fair, chances I'm in neutral. I could say safely Chansiri is a muppet. To be fair, Chansey is extremely I don't know what that word says or means. Figure and doesn't do no phase herself. What for? Go great. Jake has never said anything about his family, not once. Divisive. Oh, there we go. Divisive. No wonder I couldn't read it. It wasn't the right word. I thought, be warned. I love the timeout, but I won't take the fucking slander. Sacking managers a waste of time. When you look at our squad, it's old and lack creative imagining going forward. True. I feel like us fans are banging our heads against brick wall. Been like that for a while. Yeah, let's not let me talk because I'm not good at it. Not great for you, True. Let's remember that Chansey brought our club on pride for his lad. It's really the best reason for buying a club. True. I wouldn't hear him say, I'm not going anywhere till we win something. We technically have won something. We won the playoff to go up. I think the thing is, the whole situation with Chansey and the club and stuff, I think we need it to go back to just being football-based stuff. And we could do with talking short job. It is, actually. I think the issue is we have to have it go back to being footballing decisions and footballing stuff. And the thing is, Chansey put a load of money into the club. No one can say he's not done. I think the issue is I'd rather Chansey come out and say, I need people to come in and help me run the club a bit better and do it that way. And then it might be better. Want me to talk? No, I wouldn't have a channel left. My dad had given up till next season. We have a chance of doing something in League One. Fair enough. All fans have to remain respectful and intelligent with how we go about regarding Chansey. I don't want to think to his level with Chelsea, it's very true. We are lucky to have a manager who's decent enough to rebuild our squad and need to be patient and get behind the team week in, week out. True. I would be thankful if you could continue to not know how to play football for at least one more game, then all means turn it to prime Barcelona for the rest of the season. Yeah, it's not. Wayne Rooney's not really made himself welcoming, but in Birmingham so far, has he? Mike Ashley, time 2 championship winner, True. I've accepted that this season may go as a write-off. But at the same time, in my heart, I just feel like we might do something. I am pinning a lot of hopes, I agree, on this pre-season thing happening. I am pinning a lot of hopes, and I just don't think it's there. I feel like we're too far gone. But you go on a run, it might help, but I'm not sure. But I think it's too far gone, really. Papa John Trophy. Oh, God. Papa John Trophy again. If that doesn't make you cringe, if we go down to League One, you're going to have to go listen to Fleetwood's goal music again. One win and the gap is 6 points. True. It is only mid-November. True. Believe. You're right. You're right. It is only mid-November, so things could change. This season giving us back to being there when we got relegated last time with no fans. Punk, don't you think it's funny about how people saying the biggest mistake we made was sacking Moore have all suddenly gone quiet after saying he's not. Thing is, I think the thing with the situation at Huddersfield, he needs a transfer window, and they've got a lot of injuries in that Huddersfield team. He needs a transfer window there. It's weird. I've seen a lot of Huddersfield fans who are not happy at the minute. I've been Rooney now. However, the break will have you and Rotherham at home with the most of the injuries all back. Our game has no excuse. Our game is must win for Rooney. Do you think the pressure on him already, John, then, from the higher-ups? 34 people watching, 23 likes. I think the thing is, what we got is we have to concentrate on the football. If we get relegated again, would we bounce straight back up? We thought we were going to do last time. It depends who we get in. Yeah, Matt Taylor has been sacked from Rotherham, so they are in for a new manager. It wouldn't surprise me if they try and go to old, reliable Neil Warnock. to try and get them out. I'd happy stay up at Huddersfield at Fantasia more. Yeah, definitely. Good, Andy. Red Bull gives you wins. We kind of and a lot talking about that because I kind of got the situation at the moment with the whole like Chansiri thing, and I'll just put it this way: Chansiri's thing to sell the club if he wants to. If he doesn't want to sell, we can't force him. That basically, and if you want to protest it, don't go to matches, don't buy merch. I mean, that's the best way you can do. Let's have a look. Red Bull gives you wings. I'd take relegation as long as the project and prep for relegation we can seem to make signings in January. Not a bad shout. Not a bad shout, that. Not sure from the high ups yet, but to be honest, if we don't beat you, the fan will turn on him without a doubt. True. Imagine Frank Lampard at Rotherham. Wow. Sure. I hope for that miracle. I'm just not expecting it. More destroying Warnock's side. He's a little bit. Pig went down in League One for 6 seasons until Wilder got him. He did. And managed to get it done. It would take a while. Do Barnsley fans still... If we keep Bernard, Masaba, Gasserman and Fenman play like that, we'll bounce straight back up. True. Red Bull gives you win, but Jack Daniels makes you smile. It does indeed. The simple fact if Chansiri doesn't sell, then relegation. It doesn't matter either way, mate. He owns the club. My point on this has always been the same thing. He owns the club. We can't do anything to sell him. We can't do anything to stop him. He owns the club. I really want to keep rolling League One because of our great coaches. Yep. I think Journo was saying Warnock's not under consideration for the Rotherham job. It'll be interesting to who they bring in. I am intrigued who Rotherham are going to bring because they need a firefighter. Like, now. And it's weird. I do the 72 review show on 18 Dapper's channel on a Sunday, and Ian, the Rotherham fan, was just saying he sets up one way at home, but it completely negative away from home. So it's always interesting with that. It just feels like a kick in the teeth to our fans. Hey, it does, but that's football as well. I think we've all been fans of the club and fans of other people's clubs. In terms of the other fans who are not Wednesday fans, to know that this is football, this is what happens. It can turn into this. It's like the problem when you go up via playoff, you're already about 2 to 3 weeks behind on your progress to go to the next league, because everyone else has already had a chance to get in players who they want to do. They've been able to sit down and do their contract because they already know they're up. I think when you do playoff, you hamper your recruitment by about 2 to 3 weeks. And then you hamper it even more in our case with the whole looking for a manager. And I think that's what happens, really. Is there any good free agents left? Not really. I think most of them are thing. There's a German goalkeeper who's available. Timo, what's his name? Is it Timo Horn? But I cannot see him coming to Wednesday. But Timo Horn is available. I think he's ex-Cologne keeper. And he's 30. But I'm not 100% sure if we've got the budget to get him in. Let's thought De Gea's available. Yeah. Isn't he back at Man United for like a short period of time? Chansiri put all his eggs in one basket. He will keep Wednesday until promotion. He's going to have to keep investing if he doesn't sell. True. Hate to say, I think it's an all Yorkshire relegation this season. When with you, Rotherham, Huddersfield, I believe Q12 have the players. You know what? I believe that the case as well. I think it's going to be an all Yorkshire relegation. I think QPR got enough players to get out of their position they're in. And I think the issue you've got is if they can build and get out of it. Now, the thing is, that will be good news for some Plymouth fans, because Plymouth fans, I've heard, have been turning around and saying they are scared that they're going to get relegated. It's a big tack if you look at it. You've got Plymouth, Coventry and Huddersfield. Huddersfield on 15 points, Coventry on 16, Plymouth on 16, Birmingham on 19, Swansea on 19. You go from about 17 down. We're on 6 points. Everyone else is already into double figures, and we've already got a minus 20 goal difference. So if we stay up, it's going to be an absolute miracle. Yeah, but then again, you look at Coventry, they lose the best players, don't they? And it kind of shows. I really do feel for Daniel Staff coming into this. Maybe he feels he can turn it around. Well, that's the thing. That's the thing he said. That's the thing with the video I did for, where he said he thinks he can stay up. I think he got to say that for the player, but I think he got that belief that he thinks he can do it. And hey, if he can, then great. We'll see what happens. I really feel so. Coventry worth form in the league at the moment. Yep. I predicted QPR to go down for about 3 seasons now. I'll be gutted if they stay up again. Oh God, Rotherham, Huddersfield and Wendy going down. That would be hilarious. That it would. We need to build a championship level squad this time when we only... That's in our zone. Eagles hit the nail on the head. You look at what Plymouth and Ipswich did. They built a championship level squad in League One. And that is what we really didn't do. We built a League One team for League One. And I think Chancery's literally had the situation had gone. The players were good enough in League One and they got up to the playoffs in the dramatic fashion and they won all to go up and then got him in. I think there was a lot of faith put in. I say get some wins down, and then in January, Ray Portsmouth and Bolton out for squad. We signed some new scouts. Coventry, I believe, were only 2 points better off this time last season, but I agree they aren't good as... Last season, they had Harmer and Victor Gotkriex, I think that's how you say, 14 Lidburn player. They were in this position last season. I think they had their games replayed at their place because the pitch was bad, if I remember correctly. I personally don't rate Diaby. We built a League One team like 5 years ago and need more young blooded players. I think if we can find some good young players to go into the squad, I'd be happy. 33 people watching, 25 likes. Get those likes up, people. I'd much appreciate it. If we can find the people, it would be great to do so. But that's it. Go Yorkerheads. I think that's how you say it. We signed like 40 players in the last 3 seasons. We refreshed a lot. We've refreshed a lot, but I don't think we've refreshed in the right areas at times. I do understand what you're saying though, but we have done a massive refresh. We have done like a refresh rebuild all the time. We did it when we went down to League One. We did it after the League One where we didn't go up. And in the Championship, we properly redid when Gary Monk, because it was the first season Gary Monk got to do a bit of spending a little bit of cash, if I remember correctly. I think Man City should give to Paul and lend us Haaland for a month. I think the thing is, the one thing for me is that we're just, as it runs on, there's got to be a point where something clicks with how we recruit players. I think we recruited well at times. I really do. But there's the odd one where you think, was that a good decision? You think of like Saido Berahino. He looked like he was all but the right person for Darren Moore to get the right tune out of him. You look at Wilkes. You think Wilkes, perfect player for just not worked. I think maybe the rotation between Dawson and Charles next season. Forget this talkers. How do you think Leicester City will do in the Prem? I think they will be a yo-yo club, nowhere near what they once were. Fair enough, he'd be. I think it's that interesting thing, isn't it? I think you've got the situation with the club at the moment that we are in a situation where whatever happens, kind of thing, this season, if we stay up, it's a miracle. If we don't, it's down to a poor summer. And that's how you see it. It's down to a poor summer. I think if we didn't have the chaotic summer we've had, possibly it doesn't go this bad. It don't go this bad, kind of thing. Canamarchi starts next game, hopefully. I hope so. Depends on the ownership and how much their owners want to spend. Yep. I just can't put my finger on it, and I fear for the future of the club. If we go down, I'd probably move Dawson on and make Charles the number one. That's probably a good That's probably a good shout, actually. I think Charles, that kind of level of getting a player sorted would be good. I think Sunderland did it the year they went up. I think they put their young 18-year-old, maybe at the time 17-year-old keeper in, and he's now their number one. And I think he's only 19. I think it's Patterson in net, and they put a lot of things behind him. Didn't Kaz get more shots against Mill than Fletcher has got all season? I don't have the stat, but I can see it. We're lacking leadership on the pitch. Would help if we chose a different captain. Maybe. I'll be honest with you. I've never been a fan of the Baz's captain style. I'll be interested to see after the international break where Palmer is and if he comes back. It would be nice to see Palmer back in the team at some point, just to change things up a little bit, but I don't know where you put him in yet. It'll be interesting to see if that happens, actually, because we haven't got Patterson for the next game, have we? He's suspended now. We do lack leadership on that pitch at times. I agree, the rest of Bannon. I ref Bannon against us and should be... he shouldn't be on the pitch for me. Well, we don't have Callum Patterson, so that's one player we're out with. It's interesting, isn't it? The whole situation with the club we love, we support, or look from afar as opposition fans. I think you could very much say that Sheffield Wednesday Football Club this season have been the most chaotic, bar from probably Reading, out of all the teams in the EFL. I mean, that's fair to say. It just is how it is. I'll be honest, it's great for content creators like me because we can pump more videos out on it and give our thoughts and opinions. But at the same time, I don't like my club being run like this. I don't like the club that I support being the centre of attention all the time. It does my head in. I'd rather be putting the headline for playing decent football or having a good in it. That whole thing. So it's awful against Monteil and could go to open net. He's always bloody turns up against us. If he was 65 and couldn't run, he'd run the game against us. We'll see what happens, Glenn. We will literally see what happens. Leicester are going to be interesting to see how they come back after the break anyway. 2 defeats for the first time for them. So it'll be interesting to see how they react to it because that's their first defeats I think that's their first back-to-back defeats this season. And we'll see how we are. We definitely need to replace with a younger Bannon. We do indeed. A while back, I remember us being fairly mid-table and someone complaining and saying that they'd rather be in a relegation battle because it'll be more interesting. Oh, no. I'd rather have mid-table. I'd rather have mid-table. Give me mid-table any day. That wasn't me by any chance, was it, Andy? Because I said some stupid stuff in the past. Do you think a lot of fans will walk away from this? I don't know, mate. I know a lot of fans that... I know a lot of fans that have walked away. I'd rather have mid-table and have that kind of thing of being able to like... Right, with mid-table, if you're a mid-table club every season, the one thing that I can guarantee that club's got, stability. If the one thing I could sign in January is stability. I don't care if he plays as a goalkeeper, I don't care if he plays as a left back, but stability will be what I sign in January. So, that would stick with me, actually. I hope people forget to turn up, it's just Wednesday, we don't need to try and claw some points. What was your ideal team be in formation? I can do a video on that during the international break, Craig, kind of thing. But I think I'm going to end it there. I've been going for an hour. I apologise for the middle part that went a bit awry. As I got told by my IT technician, John and Andy, don't use Macs. I know. I like to edit on Final Cut because I've already paid for it. Sadly, football fans are fickle after years in the same position. All fans get frustrated due to lack of progression. Yeah, stability and goal scoring. We need both of them. We do. Probably need a goalkeeper as well. It'll be interesting to see what we do over the break. There'll be a couple of streams and videos during the break, but I am going to use the international break to have a little bit of a break myself, because I've probably done more than I've done most of any season video wise, and with me having a little one on the way, it'll be time for me to just slow it down a bit. There'll be an odd video here and then during the break and see what I can do. We'll still do a roundup on the Friday, but these live streams and roundups will be here and when I can do them with things because of the baby being here. So it's not long. If I'm right in, well, can't say good luck to the next match. Obviously, just have fun all. Yeah, you had a good one, John. Baby says, how long is it till baby now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Do not say it's 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 days. 20. It's 3 weeks, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, 3 weeks before there's a small, tiny pink thing screaming and pooing and doing all the lovely stuff that babies do. Don't get me wrong, I'm looking forward to being a dad again. But 23 days till the little one's here. We don't know what we're having. So it's a boy, it's a girl, so we'll have everything sorted. But yeah, thank you for watching. Apologies for the break in between. I am going to go and just have a chill. I don't know what I'm going to do, to be fair. Probably chill out and not do much. If you're a member videos that are coming out this week, I am going to try a new trucking game. We're going to try Alaskan trucking. If you want to see that, please do become a member. You can see how bad I am at a thing. Great dream. Thanks for Funky Hours and thing. Cheers, mate. Have a good evening, everyone. Yeah, have a good one, everyone. And I'll see you in the next one. And hopefully, it won't be as chaotic as our season.